a candidate for governor. I've been into all 83 counties now, and I can tell you that there is an energy and an engagement like nothing I've ever seen. I mean, even in those solid red counties, Lake County, where 4 times the number of people we assumed would come out, showed up. People are ready. This blue wave conversation that makes me nervous because I don't want anyone to think we're just gonna ride it in. It's real, the ingredients are real, but we have to fuel the wave in our organizing efforts, in our education efforts, in our registration efforts. When every conversation we have, whether it's with our fellow parishioner, or it is our coworker, or our neighbor, or our family member, we have to take every opportunity to remind people what this election is all about. I'm running for governor because I love the state of Michigan. I am proud to be a Michigander. But I look at the Michigan that my kids are growing up in, and it does not live up to the Michigan I think of when I talk about my Michigan pride. You all know there was a point in time where people moved from around the world to our state for opportunity, a great economic opportunity, and a high quality of life. They packed up and came from Kentucky or Tennessee like my in-laws, from halfway around the world like my daughter's godmother's family did from Lebanon. And they came to Michigan because in Michigan you could get a good paying job that paid you well enough you could raise your family and retire with dignity in this state. In Michigan, you knew no matter what community you moved into, your kids would have a great public school education. In Michigan, the state that put the whole world on wheels, you could travel those roads safely because they were built right and we maintained them. And in the Great Lakes state, home to 21% of the world's fresh water, you could turn on your tap and bathe your children as well as give them a glass of water at the dinner table. I look around at the Michigan that we live in right now, and I know Michigan families today deserve no less than that Michigan that we just described. But we have a lot of work to do. Now, when I graduated from Michigan State, I chose to stay here. A lot of my fellow graduates left looking for opportunity elsewhere, but I stayed because I always knew I wanted to raise my family in Michigan. I wanted to be near the family that raised me in Michigan. I even bought a house in the same neighborhood where my mom lived. And it was because I was here in my first term in the legislature that when my mom got sick with brain cancer, I was able to take care of her at the end of her life. Now, at the age of 29, I was a member of the sandwich generation, which I always see a few heads nod, but if you're not familiar with the phrase, it means I was sandwiched between 2 generations of my own family for whom I was the primary caregiver. I was starting my family at the same time my mom was losing her battle with glioblastoma multiforme, which is about the worst kind of brain cancer you can get. And I tell you about this time in my life, these 2 years where I was battling an insurance company that was wrongfully denying my mom's chemotherapy, where I was trying to get back to work as a state legislator and trying to figure out how to keep nursing my newborn, or arrange for child care. It was this 2-year period of my life that made me who I am today, that drives the work that I do and compels me to dig in and try to solve problems. Whose phone